the swing even though he was fooled.
Harper guides one right side. Carlos Lee for one, and close and out at first. And Bryce Harper slams his helmet to the ground, and C.B. Buckner throws him out of the game.
I think C.B. took that personally. I think Bryce was just upset that he hit into a double play. And maybe C.B. Buckner thought that Bryce was upset about the call, but up by 4 runs. If you know anything about anybody in this ball club, it's all they care about is winning.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper hustling like he usually does. Throws his helmet down. Is ejected from this game.
It's 161. He has 29% of his at-bats against left-handers. Good pitch. Bryce didn't think he swung. And he gestures toward John Hirschbeck down at third base. And Hirschbeck's walking toward him, eyeing Bryce Harper. And Trent Jewett steps in the way. Interesting. Bryce didn't think he swung, and now he's been thrown out of the game. John Hirschbeck was looking to throw him out, and Bryce Harper just got tossed. Threw down his helmet, and a guy 120 feet away throws him out. Hirschbeck was just dying to throw Harper out there, and he eventually did.
Strike 3, fastball, and Harper is going to be ejected. And you knew that was coming. That's the second time that Harper has really had a problem with Hunter Wendelstedt's call earlier in the game. The pitch that we thought was a strike on the outside corner, and Harper is gone, and he strikes out for the second time.
Well, another pitch on the outer half, and another pitch Bryce Harper didn't think was strike 3, and he and Hunter Wendelstedt have not got along all night long, and you see the reaction from Harper. And in a 1-run baseball game with his defense, he cannot get thrown out of the game.
Bryce went. He's in the face of Rob Drake, and he's been tossed. Matt Williams quickly out of the dugout, and Bryce Harper ejected, and now Matt will get after Rob Drake.
He just asking for some help. Gabe Morales stand down at third base. It's all he wants Rob Drake to do is appeal. Just check, that's it. If he rings you up, he rings you up. That's all he's asking. How can you see the pitch in his hands go? I've said that so many times to opening umpires. How can you see the pitch and my hands all at the same time? I don't get it.
Matt Williams has been tossed. Very close. You know, Bryce was running hard out of the box there. He wasn't sure he got it. Going down to get it like that, and that thing just had another gear.
Let's see if this is down. I thought it was. Yeah.
Shift is on. And Marvin Hudson hearing about it from the Nats dugout.
Matt Williams is telling him it's down.
You know, they can see high-low from over there. And out is Matt Williams. Or was it Harper?
Well, if it's Bryce Harper, that's not good.
Bryce Harper, it appears, has been
tossed.
It's
something about getting in the box. This is about getting in the batter's box. He told Bryce to get in the batter's box, and he didn't, and he threw him out. He said, you can't throw him out for that. And look, read Matt Williams' lips. He's talking about the batter's box. Bryce Harper just got thrown out because he didn't get in the batter's box. I'd blow a gasket, too, if I was Matt Williams. So the pitch was low. It was strike 1. There's some chirping from the dugout, which happens all the time with home plate umpires. And see there, Matt Williams is chirping, saying the ball is down. Bryce Harper walks out of the batter's box.
And Bryce had gone into the box when first told to go there.
He said he was standing right there. Now he gets thrown out of the game. He was showing him where he was standing until Marvin Hudson left to go talk to Matt Williams. So basically, Bryce Harper was baited right there.
Bryce Harper is not happy. And he's gone. And the Nats have one man left on the bench other than Wilson Ramos, and that's Dan Uggla. So an infielder's probably going to have to go into the outfield and play. And Bryce gets tossed.
Can't happen in the 11th inning when you're short on your bench. And he had a legitimate gripe. That ball was outside.
Yeah, as usual, Bryce is right about the pitch, but you got to stay in the game.
But he hasn't liked the calls all night long from Jerry Meals.
And Danny's going to be called out on a high slider at the top of the zone. 1 out. And somebody's been tossed.
I think it might have been Bryce. They're holding Bryce back.
Brian Knight, 16-year veteran, has tossed Bryce Harper. It appears Dusty's going to get his money's worth. That's costly if this game goes on.
Let's look at the pitch again. I thought it was up. I don't care what pitch track says. I mean, it's over his letters. And then here's what transpired after. I mean, when you're pointing at guys and looking for somebody in the dugout, in my mind, I don't know what was said, so.
Well, Bryce is gone, you know that. The helmet, the bat, and Mike Winters tossed him immediately. 1 out, bottom of the 10th. Chris Heisey, the only man the Nats have left on the bench.
And that's exactly why that can't happen. So let's check it out on pitch track. The fastball to Bryce Harper for strike 3. He had a legitimate argument, but maybe the helmet toss was a hair excessive, and there's no umpire that's going to let you stay in the game when you do that.
Next up, Anthony Rendon. Whoa!
History.
And Bryce Harper wants a piece of Hunter Strickland. Here they go. Strickland lands a punch. Harper lands a punch. Bench is empty.
And that was intentional in my mind.
Middle of the back with the hardest fastball he has. And the Nats are going to need a right fielder.
Tell me what you think. You're watching it just like we are. I mean, that's behind him. That could have been ugly. And that's hard to defend. The rest is, well, defending yourself. And when a guy throws a 100-mile-an-hour pitch at you, I think you have to defend yourself.
Looked like Strickland might have landed the first one. Bryce got one in there.
Bryce just missed with the right hook. And then here comes everybody.
Swing and a miss on the fastball at 98. And Bryce Harper's been tossed. He slams down his bat, gets in Chris Siegel's face, and now he's going to further demonstrate where the strike zone is.
Well, he knew that was going to happen. If he didn't drive that run in, he wasn't staying in this game. And he said that's twice, so there must have been a call earlier in the game. Stride, he's keeping his head perfectly still.
Strike 3 call. Nationals down to their final out.
How did he get thrown out? He was walking back to the dugout. You can see Bryce say he didn't say a word, and then DJ Rayburn saying, "You didn't say that? You didn't say that?" He kept saying it over and over again. The home plate umpire kept saying, "You didn't say that. That ball's obviously off the plate." I think it's all Bryce said is that was so bad, and you can say that. And Bryce is saying, "I didn't say a word." He was walking back to the dugout. It was over. And I think as an umpire, you got to let it.
Than anything else. And he's down looking on strikes for the first out. 5 strikeouts for Matz. He's not happy with Mark Carlson. I think more about strike 2 than anything else.
Fastball, fastball, fastball.
Oh, somebody got thrown out. That was Bryce Harper, I think, that got thrown out of the ball game. Unless it's Gabe. Nope, it was Bryce, because here comes Bryce Harper. Dusty Watkins coming here as well. This is the most heated I think we've ever seen Gabe. All right, so we know Bryce, we're assuming Bryce has been thrown out. I don't know how Gabe wasn't thrown out too after that. That's good though. Strike 3 call.
You're right again, John.
A little off the plate. 5 strikeouts for Porcello.
You're done.
Somebody's thrown out of this ball game. I don't know if it was Harper, if it was Gabe. I think it was Harper. Jerry Mills, the crew chief, is coming down. Maybe it was Gabe because he hasn't been thrown out of the game yet.
I think they got both of them.
You think they got both of them?
I think they got both of them. I know one of them. I think that was the circle, like everyone here didn't come to see you type of deal.
Well, you are getting old.
Thanks a lot.
And Bryce rips it. Foul.
Bryce needed that one right there. Oof. That was awfully close.
Yeah, Bryce
Looked
thought
like
it was
went
fair.
Went over the corner of the bag, perhaps.
During his brief time with the Phillies, it's been a year and a half. We have not seen Bryce Harper this mad. He has been ejected from the ball game. He had words with Roberto Ortiz, the first base umpire, and it was on the ball that was hit down the right field line, which was called foul. He thought was fair, and then Roberto threw him out. And we heard Bryce saying in between innings, "Be a professional." So there was something that must have been said from Ortiz.
He's 2 for 2 this year. Loops 2-0. Joyce lines it toward the right side. It's fielded on a hop by Lindor. Tried to tag McCutchen. Throws to first late. Everybody's safe. Lindor says that the runner McCutchen was out of the baseline, and they will say that McCutchen is out at second base. The Mets are running off the field here. And what is reviewable is the play at first, as Lindor fielded the ball to his left, reached for McCutchen, who then slid towards second base.
Oh, that's a terrible call.
Yeah, it really is. And then Lindor threw to first to try to get the double play. And I think the Mets believe that Joyce should be called out, so the Mets might review this play at first to see if it should be an inning-ending double play. And a huge break for the Mets as the umpires are going to review this.
Yeah, he's probably out at first base.
Yeah, he's out at first base, so that's what they're looking at.
And they're going to call it a double play.
Right.
Because
It's not the right thing.
Reviews for first base.
Yeah, what Ruben said, you can't review. Here comes Kutch. Kutch he is red hot. And Joe Girardi not happy. And in fact, Bryce Harper's just been thrown out of the ball game. We'll go to the 8th. It's a 4-4 game.
First pitch to Harper is over for a strike. He didn't like it. Not a strike. That's a ball. Still having a conversation with Ramon De Jesus. Fouls that one out of play, so now it's 0-2, and has another word to say to the home plate umpire. Probably like, you made me swing at that one. Bryce Harper swung on center field, not deep. Breaking in on it is Akiyama, and he's there to make the catch, and now thinks about throwing back to first. But we know someone got tossed. I think it was Harper, because he has left the bench and gone up into the hallway leading back to the clubhouse. Joe Girardi's still in his seat.
There
So
you go.
yeah, Bryce Harper, his day is done.
Inning is over. Oh, now we got some trouble going. Bryce Harper's got to have to be held back. Jake Bird started saying something. Harper's not happy about it. He's pushing Diaz. Watch the elbow. JT's coming over as well. They're telling, yeah, Jake Bird must have said something as he was going off the field. I mean, for somebody that threw more pitches out of the strike zone than in the strike zone, he's fortunate that he was able to get out of it without any problems. Look at Bird.
It's screaming, talking a lot of smack for somebody who didn't throw the ball that well.
I like it though
That's a little taunting.
Yeah, I like it though that the
I
Phillies
love it.
took umbrage with it. Look at Harper.
I love it. Like the fire.
Well, the umpires are going to sort it out and decide who's still in this game and who's out of the game. I would think Bird is out. I would think Bryce is probably out also.
Again, he kind of yanks his body as he strikes out. Brooks Raley with the strikeout.
I think his argument was on the first of him bunting and taking it back. I think that was the whole beef the whole time with the umpire.
I think he just got ejected too. Mike Estabrook, the home plate umpire. Let's see it again as he strikes out. Barks back at him, and yeah, he's thrown out.
Back in 2003, we had 7 teams within 2 games of each other, and so everybody's scoreboard watching. If you're not, you're lying.
4-game series from the Blue Jays in Toronto. The Blue Jays are hardly put away. Harper, frustrated, flings his bat and his helmet as he strikes out to end the inning. And that kind of woke up the crowd here at Busch Stadium. There was a call. Now Harper's been thrown out of the game. Well, the home plate umpire Alex Tosi with a pretty quick hook for Harper, who flung his bat, flung his helmet, and now has a lot to say as he pushes Paco Figueroa out of the way.
He did not like the dismount, especially with Bryce Harper. He saw that helmet throw, and he was like, I had enough of that. Told him to hit the showers, and Harper is not happy about that.
Make it up to Gigi. Make sure I get there this year.
3-2 pitch. It's low and in. Ball. Oh, they said he went around. He's going to be out of this game if he keeps this up. He is out of this game. I got to tell you, naked eye, he did not swing at that. Dusty's going to stand in. Man wants to play.
It just seems like every single time he is on the bases or behind the plate, there's always an issue. It's almost 100% of the time.
Somebody's getting a souvenir. Oh my goodness
gracious.
Oh my goodness.
That is just terrible.
Oh my goodness.
That is, he did say it's terrible.
Delayed call.
Upper 1 for 5 off a block. He does have a home run and an RBI off of him. I think he was very happy about this pitch, was he?
Brian Walsh, the home plate umpire. gets the strikeout. Phillies go down in order. A little frustration here at the top of the first. He's just been fined for slamming his helmet. We'll go to the bottom of the first. The last 2 minutes on the field trying to discuss the problem with the umpires. The home plate umpire, Brian Walsh, threw him out of the game after a few moments when we went to break. He threw his helmet down. He was fined for that. He already been fined for throwing his helmet there. And then Bryce, it didn't look like it was all that heated. It was strike 2 that he was upset about. So it's just way too early if you're the umpire to do this.
He was just having a conversation with him, and that's, you have to have some feel for the game and understand. I mean, he didn't look like he was screaming at him or anything like that. He was having a discussion and talking to him probably about the fact that he felt like the pitch was down out of the zone.